Hey friends, welcome back to week 2 of our series on Whittle Down Wednesdays, where I'm trying to whittle down my pantry and my freezer. I'll insert some videos here so you can see what I'm talking about. We stocked up with a full pantry, freezer, cupboard, refrigerator, and now we want to start whittling it down so we can take a trip this fall. And I'm so excited about this trip. I'll tell you a little bit about it in just a second. So I want to thank you for coming along with us last week. I actually got such good feedback from you guys. It sounds like this is going to be a fun little series to do. So I'm so thankful that you want to come along with it. It's going to help me use up some of these things to know that you're cheering me on with some of these. Stay tuned till the end. After I show you all the meals, I'm going to also talk about the budget and how much we saved. So our goal is to save $1,000 or more from the grocery budget. So we're gonna try to save money from other parts of our budget, but from the grocery budget for the next 12 weeks, we wanna save about $1,000 or more. I'm hoping for more so we can go on this trip. And this trip is going to be so unique. We are going out west, but we're not taking a regular vacation. We're gonna immerse ourselves in some of the culture over the years. I can't say too much more about it, but I'm hoping to take you guys with us for that too, and maybe shoot a few short videos for that as well. It's gonna be so much fun. We're really just in the planning stages right now, but we have the bones to it, and we're so excited. So this series of whittling down our pantry and our cupboards to save some money is really gonna help make that a reality for us. So we're gonna start with the meals I made. I have a meal every day. Mostly I just filmed our suppers. There's a few little breakfasts in there. And then at the end, I'll show you how much I saved. Day one is going to start with breakfast for supper, and I have 3 boxes of Bisquick, so I wanted to use some of that up. I made these lemon blueberry biscuits. These were so good. They're kind of a version of my 7-Up biscuits, and we had them with eggs and some Canadian bacon. That was a great way to use up that whole box of Bisquick. And here's just a bonus breakfast. I have this for breakfast a lot. It's literally just 1 egg, and you put a tortilla on it before the egg gets set. That will really help that egg stick to the tortilla. And the reason I like to do it is because then you don't have any like little egg crumbles coming out. And then I like to just brown the other side. You could use cheese or salsa. I like to use a little bit of sriracha, and then fold it over and wait till that gets browned on both sides. It's a nice, quick, easy meal. Easy to eat, low in calorie, lots of protein. I love to have this. I have it a few times a week. That didn't really use up any groceries, but it is something I like to have, so I thought I'd show you. And this is the other thing I have with it. I usually make a smoothie. And my husband and I drink this Core Power sometimes because it has a lot of protein and things that are good for you, along with these super seeds. I like that extra fiber and the texture of those, so I add those to my smoothie, and that is what I usually have for breakfast a few times a week. This blender is so nice. It just blends everything up in just a second, and there we have it, a smoothie and an egg on a tortilla. That is breakfast for me many days of the week. Now we're on to day 2, and I made some fried rice. And this was just with some leftover cabbage. I had made coleslaw with that last week, some mixed vegetables, a couple of eggs, and then some rice. I just added some sriracha and hoisin and soy sauce, and that made a really quick and easy fried rice. Now what I'm pulling out of the freezer to use up with this is some leftover Chinese food from when we had my sister visiting a few weeks ago. We had gotten a few different Chinese meals, and this was the leftovers I had put in the freezer. So this is a sesame chicken, and we also have some broccoli with garlic sauce mixed in there. So this was a great way not to waste it, because we all know getting restaurant meals are so expensive. I just froze it, and you know, it tasted so good out of the freezer. I would totally do that again. There's no sense in wasting it. This was a great meal for day 2.
Cheez-It pizza. Cheez-It pizza.
Day 3 is Wednesday, and it is our family night, and we always watch TV or watch movies, and we have pizza. And these happen to be the Cheez-It pizzas, and I will always try something once, and I will give it an honest review, and I'll tell you what, I did not like these. Not at all. The crust tasted like cardboard. The cheese was extra chewy. 3 out of 10, I would not recommend. And now on to day 4, and this was my most successful day of getting things out of the cupboard and the freezer. I'm making taco chili.
like chili, but with taco seasoning. And this is just my little hack here for when you want to dice up some tomatoes that came as these were sliced. So I just use my kitchen shears. It's much easier. So basically, this is a chili recipe with everything you would normally put in chili, except I'm using taco seasoning. And I used these green chilies instead of the normal green peppers I would use. This was so good. This was so good. I'm going to make it again. I loved it so much. I actually did put a little bit in the freezer, so we are going to have it again. But I thought it needed one more thing, so I added a can of corn, and that was perfect. I was able to use up so many cans. And just keep watching. I'm going to end up getting 3 meals out of this. So we served it with some cheese and some sour cream, and then my husband also had his with avocado, and we ate it with these chips that we had left over. It was a win, 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 win. We used up so many things on this meal, and it was delicious.
All right, she's having me taste test this one solo tonight, and I'm happy to do it because it looks and smells delicious. We've got the taco-inspired chili with some avocado, a little sour cream, a touch of cheese, and I've got a single chip here to try it. And it looks and smells delicious.
I'll give you a spoon too. Does it taste like taco rather than chili?
It has that taco taste. And if I wouldn't have already known it, I would have thought you were a chili award winner at one time. She won the chili contest. This one would be another winner.
Day 5 ended up being such an easy meal. I used this veggies and rice packet that I got with my Ruby's Pantry haul. This is one of those where if you've ever helped with one of those charity events, these are the packets of rice that they send to other food pantries and things like that. We just happened to get one in our Ruby's Pantry haul, and we decided we wanted to try it because we've definitely helped with these events, so it was kind of fun to get to try the meal. I took yesterday's taco chili and we just ate that over this veggies and rice. I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it was, but it was another successful pantry cleanout meal for day 5.
We're the first people here. It's only 11 o'clock. We have it all to ourselves.
She rented out the place for my birthday. How special am I?
We love to try new and unique foods, so William wanted to try a Mediterranean restaurant for his birthday, so we did. We had these crunchy cheese sticks for an appetizer. This was a lamb kebab, and this was falafel, and look inside. It is crazy bright green. It's made from chickpeas and herbs and spices. They're actually really, really delicious. But this was super fun trying this meal for his birthday. Now, this didn't come out of the grocery budget because we have a budget for entertainment and birthdays. Happy birthday to you.
Right, thank you. Oh, are you kidding? Ah.
It's not going to help you with it. No.
Oh.
Day 7, this was Sunday, and we had a church potluck, so I made some cowboy salsa. This used up a few cans of items that I had already in the pantry, but also I did have to buy some black beans for this. I also cut up some cheese and sausage because, of course, we're in Wisconsin. You have cheese and sausage at every potluck. And then I dipped some strawberries in some white chocolate chips that I melted.
Wow.
And some blue sugar just to make them pretty and red, white, and blue for the 4th of July coming up. Now keep on watching, and I'm going to show you the grocery haul for the week and then also the breakdown of how much we spend on groceries versus what the USDA says that America spends on groceries.
So we are on week 2, and this is the week 2 grocery haul, except most of this is for week 3, but we do our groceries usually on Fridays. So this is what we have today. I lined it out. It's not very much, and I stayed under $100. This came out to $99.05. So that means I'll break down the dollars for you after this, but that means we saved a lot of money this week. And so here are some of the things that we got. Some lettuce. This actually is for our guinea pig, and these treats are for our little kitties. So I will say that our grocery budget is not just for groceries, and that's why you'll see in a minute when it looks a little bit big, it's because it's for other things too, like eyebrow pencils and shampoo and things like that. Things you can get at Walmart. This is all from Walmart. Also, I spent a little bit more this week than I wanted to because these beans, this cilantro, tomatoes, cheese, and sausage, this is all for our church potluck. Oh, and these strawberries too. So we are having a potluck at our church for like a summer picnic, and I wanted to get some things to go along. But the reason I chose this is because I'm making a cowboy caviar or a cowboy salsa, which will help use up some chips I have and some corn I have and some other things that go in there. So it's kind of like I am going to use some things from the pantry just with a few extras. William likes to drink this Core Power. This is a nice, kind of a more natural protein drink. It's like made from real milk, and I put it in my smoothies too. So we do get those every week. And then, like I said, I'm gonna buy more fresh items every week. So we got sour cream, a big tub of cottage cheese, some butter. Of course, we're in Wisconsin. I like to drink these in my water, these lemonades, maybe a few times a week. Got a bag of carrots. Oh, look who's coming to join us.
I heard her talking about the protein. I wanted to say she would save a lot of money on grocery hauls if she wasn't married, because I am a little picky in that I'm trying to really take better care of my health. And so I really try to monitor my blood sugar and things. And protein is an important component for what I do for the planet I'm on. And so there are some like extra things here that we wouldn't have ordinarily bought back in the old days, but that she does spend for.
These are
because
pricey.
They are kind of pricey.
But he has one a day, and it's good for us.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm already healthier than I was.
That's true, very true.
So,
thanks for joining.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are all joining us. Have a great day.
I also have some flour and sugar just because we are out, and I don't have any plans for this, but this is like to me, a pantry staple you have to have, and I am almost out. And then some blackberries, of course, we like. Oh, we should have talked to him about this soda while he was over here, but William does drink Pepsi Zero about a can a day, and I can't really say anything because I like Sprite and ginger ale, so one a day. And then we have what's this, a melon? A cantaloupe. So I'm staying on track this week, mostly got fresh foods and then some stuff for the church potluck, but $99.05. I thought that was a great price. I stayed under $100. That was kind of my goal this week. And now, technically, we can add $25 for a Ruby's Pantry haul. I'll insert a little video right here of that haul, but that's once a month, and I just think it's such a great way to supplement our grocery budget. So I'll insert that here.
The USDA estimates that a family spends between $240 and $300 a week on groceries. Our grocery budget is $250, but that does include toiletries, paper goods, and sometimes cat food, so I know it may be a little bit higher. We spent $99.05 this week on groceries and $25 on a Ruby's Pantry haul for a total savings of $125.95. So I wanted to save half my grocery budget, and I did it, and I'm so excited that it's working out this first week.
Thanks so much for coming along with me on this. It's been so much fun. This is just week 2. I'm hoping to keep going through the whole summer for the next maybe 10 or 11 more weeks and save as much money as we can on this grocery budget. If you saw any things or clips or have any ideas of ways I can use up some of these things, let me know, because I'm super open to trying all kinds of different meals. You can see I already made up some things of my own. And then also let me know what you think about that USDA budget. Do you spend more than that? Do you spend less than that? Do you think that's crazy? People shouldn't spend that much? Or do you think that's low and you actually spend more than that? I'd like to know your thoughts on that, because everybody's so different. And I know that we are not the greatest at buying the generic and the cheapest foods. We are good at stocking up though. So I like to stock up so I'm not running to the store all of the time, because I feel like every time you run to the store, you're like, oh, I'll grab this, this, and this, and this. And you didn't need those things to begin with and didn't plan to buy them. And then that makes your grocery budget or grocery bill even higher. So I like to stock up for that reason. Then you don't have those impulse buys, but let me know your feelings about that $250 to $300 grocery bill. I know it's different all across the country, and I know people have different tastes and things like that, so let me know your feelings about this. And I hope you like this series, and I hope to see you back next week because it's been fun for me. Thanks everybody, see you next week.